Welcome back to Combust Astrology. My name is Liv. I'm going to be getting into the new moon in Cancer video. Also a brief touch up on Cancer season. So, first and foremost, Jupiter's in Cancer, and we've been very aware of that. It's actually been really fun to have Jupiter be in Cancer. I'm realizing there are a lot of things that I took up as a habit during Jupiter in Gemini that's like, it's honestly kind of just not necessary. And Jupiter in Gemini really showed you a whole bunch of options and a whole bunch of data that you got to record, you got to take notes of. And with Jupiter in Cancer, it's like you don't really have to do that too much, you know? So that's something to keep in mind, because as we go into this new moon in Cancer, like a lot of you is going to be focused on cultivating that safe space, the peace. This whole Jupiter in Cancer is like that in general. It's safe, it's home. It's really just love. It's being connected with someone, a community, or with a higher calling that lets you feel understood. That's safe. And so as we step into Cancer season, you can kind of see that parallel as well, with this season being just such a graceful Cancer season. Oh my gosh, with Jupiter and the sun, it's such a great time, you know? Don't you want to feel loved and thought of and taken care of during that period of time? So now we come back and we look at the lunation of the new moon. And the day that it is happening, I put it on the rising, but it doesn't necessarily have to be that depending on where you live. But we got all this, and we have a late degree Cancer Mercury. It's just beautiful. I said this was the best day of the year, like 23 through 26, really. But I was like, this is awesome. This is so loving and peaceful and really just safe. There's a few more dates in August, but you know, I think this overshadows the square so much, right? Because you choose peace, you choose the desire to be here. The moon is in its domicile. The sun and Jupiter conjunct give it such a beautiful sort of cazimi. I think this is amazing. Venus, the only thing that you could be mindful of is the sextile of Uranus and Mercury, but then I'm like, you got to say something to protect your peace. That'd just be kind of fulfilling some of the Saturn stuff, squaring the Cancer. No Capricorn in this chart, right? That's amazing. I think personal to Saturnians. Pluto has no real issues. It isn't conjunct to the moon, but that's just finding out new ways of getting that healing. Maybe it's online, maybe it's virtual. And the North Node being in Pisces, trining trining the Mercury at a really late degree is more situational to me about truly letting that go. The Scorpio placements at the end here, especially Lilith, is like, hey, you don't always have to constantly go back to a situation where you're more emotionally mature or able in order to keep something long-term happening, to be stable, to be consistent. It can just be, right? So the new moon is emphasizing that very much so. Sorry if you're hearing my cat take a dump as per usual. When it comes down to it, I think this lunation is going to walk you through the rest of summer into August, when we do start the retrograde phases of these planets, both Saturn going back, Neptune going back, specifically Uranus being in Gemini, and then Pluto going direct, right? The Cancer placements are going to help soften that whole transition. And I'll be talking more about the retrogrades and how to really use them. But aside from that, having a new moon with a beautiful sextile to a Mars in Virgo, it's like, let's just get our affairs in order, you know? Let's clean it out. Let's let go and move towards what gives us a sense of peace. That can't be further emphasized, right? I would heed caution to feeling like you're trapped and feeling like you have something to prove, but I think this is a great time to just simply start anew. Put on some smooth jazz. Put on your favorite song. Clean, cleanse, and welcome in this beautiful lunation. That's pretty much it. I'm going to go ahead and drop some updates. So I will be taking a little bit of a break myself for this period to enjoy it. And hopefully you do the same. If you're emailing me or expecting some posts or replies, just realize I might not respond till the 25th. But, I hope you do enjoy yourself. There's not really much else after this. There is the like Mercury entering Leo and some trines, some oppositions, but that's mostly it. And we'll be looking at July pretty soon as I continue doing the videos for every rising sign in both the Uranus and Jupiter in Cancer cycle. And then later on, probably Neptune in Aries as well. All right, well, thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.